I'm Andrew Unger, and I'm the Vice President of Technology here at the Melanie Andersen agency. We hired across the board from our initial CTO to data scientists, software testers, to sales team, marketers, whether it's on the technical side, product people, or on the sales side. Often the type of environment that these individuals will be going into is something that, say, a recruiter at a very large firm wouldn't understand. The interesting thing about the New York tech scene, it's the second largest in the country. Google's here and Facebook's here, but it's also the financial capital of the world. It's also the fashion capital of the world. Tech-enabled fashion or tech-enabled finance. So you'll have experts and people that have deep experience in other fields, building companies and technologies. I'm somewhat of a futurist in the sense that I do think a lot of the world's problems will be solved by technology. Overall, I think people's lives will be made better, longer, happier, healthier through tech. And I think there's never in the history of the world been the ability to have an entrepreneur create such great wealth in such a short period of time. Being plugged into that ecosystem and the fact that that my clients know I'm working with all of these different startups, all of these different investment firms, they understand that, okay, I have my finger on the pulse of how people are doing. And that can be, you're doing great, you need to hire a ton of people to build up this product, build up the sales team, or things are not going so well. If it's a firm we don't work with and, their talent can help one of my clients, I will go after that firm. Understanding what the client's looking for, because I've either worked in their industry or know somebody who works in the industry. And I think more importantly, going pretty deep with a candidate into what they're looking for and what kind of life they want. Because, if I'm placing them at a startup, that's going to be a lot of their life, and they're going to have to really give themselves to that project. We look to tell the story of the companies that we're recruiting for. Curiosity is important, always caring enough about what's going on to want to be involved. Just persistence, I think, with recruiting. I think that, understanding that it's a marathon, not a sprint, for, succeeding in the long run is important to maintain perspective. And I think one of the exciting things and the benefits of being, a recruiter in the ecosystem is you get to, work with, speak with, engage with all of these companies who are creating interesting new technologies without necessarily the roller coaster of, the thing that we just thought was cutting edge, Google just announced they've built and it's 10 times better. So you kind of get, the best of both worlds. I worked with Manny, who is my researcher, and we'll discuss this person seems right, but they're not really right because this kind of software, is kind of outdated now and they haven't really kept up. And within a few back and forths, he'll kind of have the roll down. He'll get it, and then he'll just do a pretty comprehensive list of everyone who might be right for that, and then we'll reach out to them. Sophia, is a junior recruiter here, the one who's facilitating day to day, hopefully becoming me in a few years. When you're building your core technology and you're building your core sales team, you want a foundation that's really strong and you want top talent. So that's not a place to save. And seasoned entrepreneurs know that, and it's great to work with them. Being able to, I guess, be very closely in touch with how things are going for different companies, and being able to understand that if a company fails, it certainly doesn't mean that everyone that's at that company is not talented. Often very much not the case, is a way that we can source talent very effectively.